What up, YouTube? What up, PlayStation Nation? And hello to everybody else who may watch this video. These are my realistic expectations of Microsoft with the Xbox One. And you can see, not very impressed. And they got my wheels turning. So let me pull my wheel out. And we watch the gears spin. We're going to talk about the state of, or at least what I think the state of Microsoft with the Xbox One is since the whole Scalebound thing came out. Now I know for some, Scalebound is a major blow. You have people saying, no, there's no need to get an Xbox now. One of the most anticipated games isn't coming out. A lot of disappointment going around. But as for me, Microsoft just met my expectations. Honestly, I didn't think Scalebound was going to see the light of day last year. Y'all recall during the predictions for the E3 predictions, or we were doing predictions about something. And I predicted that Scalebound wouldn't come out in 2016. I also said Scalebound wouldn't come out in 2017. Pretty sure you can find it somewhere, but that's neither here nor there. People act like they're hurt that Scalebound isn't coming to the Xbox One. Anybody that knows Platinum Games knows that they hate being put under deadlines, and you get whatever product they have for you whenever it's ready. But that goes to a whole other point. Let's take a look at the Xbox One as a whole. So we can see how truly irrelevant the Xbox One as a gaming console really is. Name something the Xbox One can do that you can't get anywhere else. EA Access, you have Origin Access on PC. You have the backwards compatible games. That's all fine and good. You can still play those on Xbox 360. You can still buy Xbox 360. And if y'all can hear my dog in the background, that's Peyton. She says hello. And she hates it when I talk about Xbox. Look at the Hololens. Do you need an Xbox One to use HoloLens? No. Okay. What about the Elite controller? Everybody went around thinking, oh, Microsoft developed an Elite controller for its console games. That's where you're wrong, my friend. The Xbox One can use it. But that Elite controller was made for PC. Sorry to break it to you. But hey, it is what it is. What else do you guys have? You have no real VR option. But I'm pretty sure the VR option you have will work on PC. You hype up a 4K Blu-ray player, which is fine, but you can get a 4K Blu-ray player anyway. In the systems that don't have 4K Blu-ray players, it's not like they can't stream 4K. You might not get the best 4K quality available, but you're not getting that on the Xbox One either. So what difference does that really make? And also consider that there's not a lot of 4K content out there. I mean, the whole 4K movie thing is kind of ahead of its time in its own right. When you look at the games that are coming, there's a reason why Uncle Phil pushed everything towards the Windows 10 platform. Everybody start talking about, oh, the Win 10 families. No, there's no Win 10 family. There's covering your own ass because your console sales don't stack up. So in order to compete, you put your software somewhere that's already in more houses around the nation. And people don't have to buy the gaming console to get the games. I mean, if you can't beat them in hardware sales, you might as well try to destroy them in software. Might as well. It's smart, grand scheme, when you think about it. But the actual execution of this application, we shall see. You have people now lashing out at Phil Spencer, wondering how this could happen. You really sit back and think about what Phil Spencer has brought to the Xbox One. Not a motherfucking thing. Phil Spencer hasn't brought one single solitary beneficial thing to the Xbox One. Matter of fact, we can go ahead and assume that all the games that have released so far for the Xbox One, well, I won't say all of them. Let's say year 1 and 2. Year 1 and 2, that was done metrics, baby. Gears 4, done metrics, baby. Halo 5, done metrics, baby. Killer Instinct, done metrics, baby. What else you got? Dead Rising, done metrics, baby. Even all the whack stuff, that's done metrics, baby. The Connect, done metrics, baby. Phil Spencer didn't know what to do with that. That's why he was so eager to get rid of it. He didn't know what to do with it. Phil Spencer just took the Xbox One. It's like, how do I put what Phil Spencer has done to the Xbox One? It's like teaching a kid to ride a bike with no training wheels. As long as the kid thinks you're holding the bike, they'll ride forever. As soon as the kid looks around and sees that you're back there and they've been riding the whole time by themselves, the kid kind of panics, the bike shifts, and it's either going to fall over or the kid's going to take off riding, and they won't be able to stop. And you're going to have to run and catch up with the kid so you can teach him how to turn. The Xbox One is falling over. Will it get back up? Will it dust itself off? Will it try again? Probably not. But for right now, excuse me, if you have any realistic expectations of the Xbox One that involve video games, exclusive content that you can get nowhere else, groundbreaking features that you can't find anywhere else, you can ball all that stuff that you think that you can't find anywhere else for the Xbox One, ball that up and throw it away. The Xbox One just committed harakiri. Phil Spencer, you tried, but the Xbox One was done when done magically. I hate to be the bearer of great news, well, bad news, either way. But it just is what it is. The only thing that you can say that you can get on the Xbox One that you can't get on PC is certain sports titles. Like, what makes the gaming experience different on Xbox One than PC? And by PC, I mean like the Windows 10 everything. The fact that you can't play Madden in 2K. That's it. You can't play Madden, you can't play 2K. That's your defining feature. That's the reason you have an Xbox One in your home and you didn't get a PC. You can get damn near everything else in the Windows Store. If you weren't excited enough to get some of the older games, they want a reason to get it now. If you didn't have the backwards compatible games before, no need to get them now. You weren't excited for them. Furthermore, why were they relying on Xbox 360 games to push the Xbox One forward? Now, I understand if you remaster a game and show what the Xbox One can do with it, but you're just putting back out 360 games. That's not good for business. For all that, people could buy Xbox 360. They can still get the Netflix, they can still get their Hulu, they can still be in party chats, though they probably can't be in party chats with people with Xbox Ones, but the party system don't work anyway, so it don't really matter. You have the Xbox One that people think is better than the PS4, and it's not better than the 360. Tell me why right now the Xbox One is a better deal than the 360. I want to hear it. Because most of the games that people are playing right now on the Xbox One are 360 games. Fuck Snap. Fuck the new Kinect. Fuck Upload Studio, because that shit don't work anyway. Fuck that Elite controller. Because you got the Elite controller to still play Xbox 360 games. Why? It's pointless, especially since the Xbox 360 controllers probably better than the Xbox One controller. The Elite controller, probably not. But the OG Xbox One controller with all the dead zones? Yeah. And that's $1 billion, or what is it, $1 million in R&D in your hand right there, the dead zone controller? Sadness. But yeah, people. If you were expecting greatness from Microsoft with the Xbox One as far as games, I got some bad news for you. It's been 3 years. Has it been 3 years for Cuphead? I'm just going to say 3 years. 14, 15, 16. 3 years. They couldn't put Cuphead out. You have people wondering about cross-platform play with games like Rocket League and thinking Sony's the one holding them back. But when Square Enix approached them about Final Fantasy XIV, the game that you see before you right now, what was their reasoning for it? Who was holding that back? Which one do you think would have bigger success? Rocket League or Final Fantasy XIV? Xbox, PlayStation, and PC gamers playing together? I don't. You're not going to beat an MMO in that. It's only like, what, 8 to 10 people play Rocket League at a time? You're not going to beat an MMO at cross-platform play. I don't care how you slice it. But they don't want to do it. There's a reason why, and it's simply because they can't. So yeah, if you had any realistic expectations for Microsoft, the expectation should have been that they would fail. They would disappoint you. They put the games on PC, namely Windows 10, because the Xbox One can't run them the way that you want them ran. You still have games coming out in 900p. 3 years later, you have a updated Xbox One that people thought was better, has a 4K Blu-ray player in it, and people are saying, how can Sony have a Pro with no 4K Blu-ray player? How can you have a 4K Blu-ray player and you still have games in 900p? How can you do that? You have to be better, people. You have to be smarter. The Xbox One is a thing of the past. Give it up. It's over. The only realistic expectation for the Xbox One is for it to go the way of the Wii U. It's been real. Hope everybody has a nice day. Scalebound, I'm sorry that you got wrecked, but we all knew it was coming. Cuphead's next. Boy meets you battle.